All right, welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm one of the branch managers here at the Mortgage Calculator. We are a branch here that do things a little bit differently. So what I'd like to do today is kind of explain how we do things differently. I have my fellow branch managers, Kyle, my brother, and our partner Jose on here as well. So we'll go through a little bit about what makes them special as well. But first, I'd like to start on the page that hopefully most of you joined this call from, which is this page. So if you guys are watching my screen here, I'm going to go through and just kind of explain a little bit more about every step of the way. Hopefully it makes a little more sense here. Most of you guys probably watched the video, hopefully, same video we're doing now. But let's talk about the bullet points here. What makes us different is our mortgage loan originators can receive up to 300 basis points. So as I mentioned, Stephen is here from corporate. We are partnered up with one of the largest reverse mortgage lenders in the US. I'll let him talk a little bit about that later. But basically on the reverse mortgages, we have a great opportunity to expand our product offering and make pretty crazy compensation. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. We have dozens of broker and correspondent options as well. So myself, myself, Kyle, and Jose, we've all been in the broker space. We've been in the banking space. And we have kind of the best of both worlds here with both broker and correspondent options to basically offer any and every product out there in the market, and even some products that nobody else has. We are very passionate about leads here. The next bullet point, myself and Kyle, we come from more of a marketing background. We build businesses and systems from the ground up and really focus on scaling it with lead generation and spending a lot of money and effort generating those leads via all kinds of different avenues, whether it be SEO or Facebook, Google, all that kind of good stuff. We'll show you guys a little bit how that works, but basically unlimited leads at a 50-50 split. No monthly fees. We are very passionate about that. No tech fees, no desk fees, no payroll fees, no admin fees, no fees of any kind. We only make money when you guys make money. And we can do that because we've built the programming from the ground up. Every line of code was built by myself and my team. And we're able to then pass those savings on to you guys where we're not paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to different service providers to provide those services to allow us to do our business. So we pass those savings on to you guys. We don't want to hit you guys with any fees. What you see is what you get at all times. As I mentioned, we built everything from the ground up. That includes everything from the CRM with the auto dialer. Same thing you guys are probably used to with any CRM that's out there. We have everything built in. Everything for loan officers, by loan officers. Myself, I do loans every single day, doing loans in my other 3 screens right now while I'm presenting to you guys. So it works the way we need it to as loan officers. Also included with that is the front end, the website. The website you guys are seeing right now is part of that system. So not only do we have the back end CRM system, but the front end where the customers interact and we can generate leads and stuff. And then of course that ties in with our 1003 application. So we have the ability to do the full 1003, download the 3.4 file, all that kind of good stuff, all within our system. And Kyle will show you guys how that actually works live here in a minute. Lead routing and setup, that really means since we're so passionate about leads, not only are we going to give you guys unlimited leads for free, where we do a lead split, but if you guys want to get your own leads going, Kyle will show you exactly how that works. But we love to be able to set you guys up to bring your own leads in. If you already have leads being generated, you can purchase leads from wherever. However you guys want to do that to expand your business, we want to be able to integrate that into our systems. Another thing that we're very passionate about here is business purpose loans, DSCRs. A lot of people know about that. If you don't, obviously you'll hear us talk about that a lot today. But that's a great new non-QM product that's really killing it right now. And we've been focused on it for about a year. People are doing a lot of it now, but again, we've kind of based our systems and our advertising to kind of cater to those customers, those investor customers that don't just have one property, but 5, 10, 15, 100 properties to refinance where one lead can turn into a 10-pack easily. So we can do those in all 50 states as long as they're closing in an LLC, which most of our investors, at least my clients that are investors, obviously already own their properties in LLCs. So it's a very easy way to be able to do loans in places where we might not be specifically licensed and still cater to those investor clients that we love to have that have properties in multiple states and stuff. We also are very passionate about support. You guys are on this call right now. We do this every single week. We want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. We also have one-on-one calls where myself or Jose or Kyle will get one-on-one with our teammates, help you guys. We want to make sure everybody, anytime you get stuck, you can get unstuck very quickly. And we do that all through a remote system, obviously through Zoom or whatever we have to do. But that's really how we would like to base all of our stuff. We also do daily Zoom support calls with the whole team. So basically every night of the week, we have a different call, whether it's with our junior MLOs or our senior MLOs or our entire team. We have the different calls basically every night of the week where people can come on and learn and expand their business. Now, what you guys are probably all here for is to hear about the compensation. So let me go through the comp plans that we have here. You guys heard me mention senior and junior. It's pretty much how we break it up. So we have our senior officer plan or our junior loan officer plan. Really what that means is if you already know what you're doing, you know how to do a loan start to finish, we have no problem bringing you on at the senior loan officer plan. If you guys need some help, if you're just getting back in the business, if you're a newly licensed loan officer, no problem. We don't discriminate against you guys. We love the challenge of bringing new loan officers on. Just make sure you apply for the correct plan here. So let's go through them line by line. The senior loan officer plan is up to 300 basis points. This is for experienced MLOs that know how to do a loan start to finish, that want leads, like we said. So we have a compensation of 200 basis points on our conventional and non-QM, which is the regular stuff that you guys are all probably used to. But as I mentioned before, we have a great opportunity here to learn. For most of us, learning about reverse mortgages is not something that's regular for me. So we're able to offer reverse mortgages at a higher compensation, which is a great product we have here in-house. We also, we already touched on most of this stuff, guys. This is all the stuff that we talked about earlier, the CRM, the leads, all that good stuff. No monthly fees, as I mentioned. We do an event, a weekend event here in Miami. You guys are all welcome to. So we've already kind of been all over this stuff. And again, this is for loan officers that are already experienced, that are already producing loans and already know what they're doing. Now, if you don't, no problem. Just make sure to sign up for the junior plan. So if you guys need our help, if I need to come and help you do your first 5 loans and help you click the screen and help you learn how to use Encompass, no problem. Just join up with this plan. We pay you guys out 150 basis points or 1.5% commission on the regular deals, conventional and non-QM, and up to 200 basis points on the reverse mortgages if you want to learn how to do the reverse mortgages, and you can get a little higher compensation on those. And again, this is for people that don't necessarily know how to do a loan start to finish. If you're coming from more of an application taking position, where you're making small bips but just doing the front end work, there's a lot more that goes into that. So you might land in this, or if you're brand new, you'll probably land in this plan. But no minimum production to join on this. We'll get you guys in here, we'll get you guys up to speed, and go ahead and get you upgraded to the senior plan. And both plans, as we mentioned, have leads at a 50-50 split. So if you take one of our leads on the junior plan, you would make, we would split this commission, so you would make 75 basis points or 0.75% commission. You take a lead on a conventional or non-QM deal, and you're on this plan, you would make 100 basis points or 1% commission. So that's how the 50-50 lead splits work. Now, what I want to show you guys next is I want to bring on Kyle and have him present exactly how our mortgage software works. So instead of going through bullet by bullet, this is a pretty cool part where Kyle can actually show you what we mean on this stuff. So if you're ready, you can go ahead and take over there, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. You got that right there?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so as Nick said, I'm just going to do a quick demo of the features here, right? When you come on board, we'll do whole trainings with the CRM, all that kind of good stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of breeze through some of the features. So right here, you'll see this is our regular CRM, right? Very similar to other CRMs. You got your client info. You can create your notes, right? You can send emails from here, send texts, all that kind of good stuff, and it tracks everything, right? Probably what you're used to as far as a CRM. We also have the ability to put them on action plans, right? Automatic reminders, texts, and emails over the course of time. So all that kind of good stuff that a CRM does. But one of the things that we do really different is we send quotes, right? We send these instant quotes. So let me show you what we do on our back end. We're going to gather the customer's info. We only need to put 6 pieces of info in here, and then we go to our pricing engine, Optimal Blue, and we literally copy and paste the rates we want to show the client. We press send. That sends an email and a text to the client, and it comes out looking like this nice little quote where it shows them the rates they have to choose from. What does discount points mean? What is lender credit? You can give them an explanation here. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically. It's going to show them the loan information here. It's going to show them the monthly breakdown of everything, the taxes, insurance, all the estimated closing fees. It's going to have you here as the loan originator, right? And you see you're up in the corner here. I'm John Doe right now. This is on John Doe's website. And you can attach your realtor. So the client's realtor you can attach here. Now your realtor partners love this, which are essential to your business. And you can tell your realtors, hey, when you send me a client, I can quote them within minutes and I will keep you right in front of their face. You'll be on all the quotes. They can be copied on the quotes and they can be integrated into this whole thing. And your realtor partners absolutely love it. Now, what's really great about this is if the client wants to go ahead and proceed and clicks this work, start my loan, they then are created a borrower portal. And this is what they go to and what it looks like, where they can fill out their 1003 application right here within our system. They can upload any documents, right? So this was a conventional lead. These are the conventional documents we're going to need right off the bat. It's going to get their e-consent and their credit off when they pull this up. So instantly within minutes, they're going to get a quote. They can agree to it. They can start their 1003, start uploading their documents, right? So it's an amazing portal. It's essentially a point of sale system. Some of you may have used Flowify or something like that. That's all in-house here. They can see their loan info in their portal. They can see their milestones, where they're at in the loan, right? So absolutely great borrower portal here that they can go right to. And let me show you what it pulls up on your side. So on your side of the quote, you can click the docs tab and you see the same thing. You can help them fill out the 1003 if you're a phone filling out the 1003 on the phone live type person. You can upload documents for them if they just, send them to you. But what's really cool is this request document pack. If you need 12 months bank statements or whatever the underwriter asked for, whatever it is, just click here, click save changes. Now we request the 12 months bank statements from them. It lets the client know we need those. And so this is all going to happen automatically. You can also change the type of a lead here. So you also might want them to request a signature here. You might need them to sign any kind of, an intent to proceed or something. You click save changes. Now that's going to ask them for that, and it's going to allow them to sign that right there through the CRM. So all kinds of things you can do. You can ask for custom documents, right? You can even switch the packet and say, oh, this customer, I really need them to have all the DSCR documents because we're going to do a DSCR loan. Let me apply that packet, and that's going to change the type of stuff we need for that loan automatically. So great system here. We're going to take them from communicating with them in our CRM, quoting them in the quoting system, gathering all of the documents here on the back end, and basically a point of sale system. So we keep everything in our system super easy and absolutely free. And again, you'll learn it really quickly when we bring you on board and we'll do some trainings. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is our loans tab. This is our pipeline management. You'll see here, you'll see all your different loans, what stage they're in, the investor that they might be at, the account executives info for that investor, right? And you can see what stage the loan is in. Now, if the appraisal is received, you're going to want to come back here and change the milestone. It's going to ask you, do you want to send that update to the client? You could uncheck it if you don't, but if you keep it checked, that's going to send an email to the client and the realtor automatically, letting them know this loan is now in this stage, which the appraisal has been received. So great way to track everything. The most important thing is that the number one complaint from realtors and clients about loan officers is lack of communication. That's how our system is going to help you with that, and is going to automatically keep everyone updated and keep you organized on what space and what milestone the loan is in. So we're going to help solve that problem there, with that communication problem. That's literally the number one complaint. Now let's talk about the leads. Right? As Nick mentioned, we're going to give you leads mostly from our Facebook campaigns. Those are on a 50-50 split. How those work is that you get a text message with the lead, you click there to claim the lead instantly, and that means the person filled out that form. They clicked on an ad for, let's say, a DSCR loan, they liked it, they put in their info, they press submit to be contacted. You're getting a text instantly and you're going to call them right away, right? That's how the leads are going to work when we give you those hot, fresh leads from our ad campaigns. Now let's talk about the different ways that we can provide you leads. You'll see here we have our auto dial. We have lists back here of different cold calls that you could do, different realtor call lists that you could do. You can call 300 to 500 people in a day using this auto dialer, very similar to ones that you have. We have cold call lists. We have leads that slip through the cracks that nobody claimed that you can come back in here and call. So we have all different kinds of call lists back here so that you can actually drum up more business beyond the leads that we're sending you for free, right? You can come in here and put in some work. Now, the other way you can get leads is to purchase leads. You don't need to, but those same leads that we're giving you at no upfront cost, if you want more of those and you want no lead split on them, you can buy them. And what we do is Nick copies the same campaign. If you want DSCR purchase, Nick will copy our DSCR purchase campaign from Facebook that's working and spend your budget on it, right? So you might get like 30 leads, most likely. This is just going to be a minimum. We're just going to spend whatever budget that you purchase on the leads and send them to you and only you, and you will have no split on the back end. So if you like our leads that we're giving you and you're closing the deals, you might want to invest yourself so that you don't have to pay a lead split on the back end. Now, another way that we bring leads into our system here is we give you the Zapier webhook so that you can integrate your leads into our system that you purchase from anywhere else. So if you have a place that you purchase leads already from, most of the places selling leads will have some kind of setting where you can go into the settings and put in your webhook here so that you can import the leads into our system in real time. Like any other lead that we give you, you'll get a text and an email. You'll be able to call them, quote them, gather their documents all through the system. So essentially any way we can possibly give you to integrate leads into our system, we do, whether that is the leads we're giving you instantly from our campaigns or call list that you're using for the auto dialer, or buying the same leads that we're giving you if you want a bunch more of them on no lead split, or bringing them in from anywhere else that you're buying, right? So we want to give you every single chance to use leads, quote leads, follow up on leads that we can through the system, all here in one place. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, the last thing, is our support. So as Nick said, we have a lot of support. That's one of the biggest things that we are passionate about, because we came from other situations that had no training. The retail bank we were at, the brokerage we were at, right? Nobody provides training. We are big on that. Back here, we have our trainings. We have the training-wheel, which you will complete, that has every single thing you need to know how to do every single loan, with videos of Nick doing them start to finish. We have everything. And in addition to that, we have our support tab back here where we have different loan tools. We have the income calculators back here, places to get insurance quotes instantly, right? Just all these different tools, our training videos on the CRM, on the quotes, how to do everything. Our team meeting. So we have a weekly team meeting every Thursday at 1 p.m. to go over updates with the team. Then we have Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. for all the junior MLOs to learn. We do files together. We'll pull up scenarios for teammates and we all learn from them at the same time. In addition to that, you can also book meetings with us one-on-one, as Nick said. So if you have a problem with the CRM, you can book it with me. If you have a problem with Encompass, you can book a one-on-one session with Nick and Jose. Our calendars are up there. We're usually available 8 to 10 hours a day for appointments. And then we also give you a digital fax center. Not gonna need it much, but when you need it, you really need it, right? So all kinds of support here in one system, along with all kinds of leads and ways to get leads. And really the coolest part, as I'm sure most of you see, is the quoting system and the point of sale system, which is essentially built this in to get their 1003 and all their documents. So that's all I wanted to go over. What I want is Jose to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So as Nick said, Nick and I are more from a marketing background. Jose, I'll let him introduce himself, but obviously more from a loan background. So Jose, can you talk a little bit about what the system has meant to you as far as using the mortgage calculator and being one of the founders of it here?
So hi everybody. Yes, this is a great segue because you were just talking about support and all of those cool features that we have that really assist in being an MLO. With myself, I've been licensed fully as a real estate agent and as a mortgage loan originator since September of '95. So seen quite a few changes in the industry. What I can tell you is that when Nick, Kyle, and I met to go over what we're doing here, they were new to the loan business, and we both all agreed, the three of us agreed that this needed some changes because there was very little guidance in what you could do as a new MLO. So we came up with this system. which is what you see now here in front of you. And I would say that from 2019 to 2020, my personal production tripled in loans. And 2020 to 21, it went up probably 50, 60%. And I would attribute that greatly to the systems that we have here, to all of the loan products that we have, to the way that we've implemented the leads, as well as my own expertise and experience. So I would definitely say that it has aided my business, and most of you will see the value there. So I highly recommend you to join the team, and I look forward to you to seeing in our support meetings, which we have. For example, I do the new loan officer training, and I also do what's very special for what we do that I don't think any other company does it in the manner that we do, is all of the different training meetings that we offer one-on-one with the MLOs. I mean, some of my sessions go for over an hour, where I'm helping you structure your loan, and then at that point, that loan gets submitted or disclosed, and then we may get together again to help you submit the loan to the portal or internally, however it is. But we do help you get going, including new MLOs. You're closing loans in 30 to 60 days. We just had an MLO last night. Nick disclosed a 5-pack for them, 5 loans from one investor in one shot. That's what we really love to do, why we really specialize in our investor loans. So look forward to seeing you in the meeting.
Thank you, Jose. Nick, we're going to open up for questions now, and I see questions there in the chat. But Nick, do you want to talk a little bit about the leads? I did see somebody already asked in the chat about if we do regular leads, or what kind of stuff. So we'll kind of answer that question while you're doing this. But can you just touch on what kind of leads we get and what type of loans end up actually coming through in the different type of loans, right?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the best way to explain it is that we really don't want to compete with what a lot of you are used to. So again, we have a different outlook on things. We like to look for opportunities and, niches. So since we started, again, with Jose, obviously we loved the idea of doing loans, but we didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. So even at a bank where we were doing conventional loans, we were doing very different kinds of advertising, which nobody else was doing. So we really like to advertise the niches where we're not competing with, a Quicken or a Rocket or a Better or a Loan Depot. These large companies are spending billions of dollars. We don't want to have to compete with them, right? So a lot of you guys love to do conventional loans. I'm sure you love to get conventional leads, but we don't want to compete with these guys. And those leads are going to be shopping, right? They're going to see the commercials on the Super Bowl for Rocket. They're going to see the ads all over the internet for Rocket. They're going to see those rates where those loan officers at Rocket are making 20 basis points. So those rates are based with 20 basis points. For you guys to make 200 basis points, you're obviously not going to be able to compete on those. It's going to be a race to the bottom. So what we like to focus on is something where we don't have to compete, right? We want to focus on something that Quicken cannot do. We want to focus on something that Rocket cannot do, that Loan Depot cannot do, that Better Mortgage online instant mortgages cannot do, which is self-employed borrowers, investors, the kinds of niches, the products that we have, like the DSCR, which everybody has, but we also now have stuff that nobody else does, such as 5 to 8 units on a DSCR, which nobody else does, which is a small commercial property. Anything over 4 units is commercial. We have portfolio DSCRs that we can do in-house at our own, as our own lender, right? Under our name, not a weird commercial deal. We have the 2 to 8 units mixed use properties where we can do a mixed use commercial, stuff like that. So these are the types of niches where we can advertise to real investors with dozens of properties, provide a product that they don't have, and our rates are the best in the nation right now. So I pull up the rates every day on Loan Sifter. I look at every lender in the US, and we're beating them all by about 1.75%. So not only are we the best price, we're the best price by a long shot on every lender in the US on all the non-QM products. So why do we want to focus on fighting Quicken on stuff that is just going to be a race to see how low you can get your commission, which is not going to make you guys any money. Instead, we're going to advertise products that nobody else has. That when we do a deal, we're going to have the best price. Nobody's going to be able to compete with us, period. Loan Depot doesn't have it. Nobody else has it. And we're going to get that client not only for one deal, but every lead that I'm putting in the system for you guys owns more than one property, right? If they're an investor by default, they have a primary, right? So I also don't want to get you guys lost in thinking that we're only going to advertise to investors, but that's a good thing, right? So half the loans we do are conventional. Investors still have their primary, they still have a second home. They still want to buy stuff in their personal name occasionally, and get Fannie Mae rates for their first 10 properties. But my investors have 30, 40, 50 properties. I'm doing 20, 30, 40 properties in their LLC, and I'm still doing their primary home. So we're still doing a good mix of agency business along with the non-QM, but we want to focus where we excel, which is non-QM. So we'll get all those self-employed borrowers that Quicken can't get, that Loan Depot can't do, that Better can't do online. You can't do a self-employed borrower through their online system. We're going to get those bank statements. We're going to get those DSCRs. We're going to get those portfolio investors that really will expand your business rather than just racing to the bottom of commissions. So totally different outlook on the way we do things. Again, you guys are welcome to advertise conventional. You're welcome to do conventional. There's nothing wrong with conventional or agency business. It's just not where we're going to expand our businesses. And it's not where we're going to invest our money for you guys. I want to invest in you guys doing something that may be unique to you. But once you get the hang of it, it'll be an awesome thing to add to your wheelhouse.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes.
The other part of that is the reverse mortgages, I guess, is what you probably want to talk about next, right, Kyle?
Yeah, the other part is reverse, right? But just to make it clear, and I guess we can, I'm going to go over how to get started. Let me go over here, the last step here of how to actually get started. And then we'll go into, because this is kind of, answering questions here at this point. So let me go ahead and screen share and just close out this part of it, where if you're ready to get started, Nick, go ahead and drop the link in the chat there for me, would you? Go ahead and come to that page that Nick was saying and just sign up for the plan that is applicable to you. What's going to happen is just wait a second. It's going to pull up your MLO agreement. That's your compensation branch agreement, right? That's your agreement with our branch. After you sign that, I'm the one that reaches out to you personally. I'll walk you through the onboarding process. We'll get all of your employee documents. We'll get the full employment package from our parent company, where you'll give, the I-9, all that kind of stuff. And I'll walk you through having us sponsor your license. So essentially, sign up here. I will reach out. We'll go through the next steps and we'll get you onboarded as quickly as possible and get you closing some loans here. So Nick, you can go ahead and stop recording here, and then we'll get into some questions, which is basically where we were at. So